Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I first want to apologize for my hair. It really needs to be washed. I tried doing dry shampoo, but it's not really helping the situation. Today's video, I'm going to be sitting down and doing my makeup. Just kind of another get ready with me, my usual makeup routine, but I'm going to be testing out the Clinique Even Better Makeup Foundation. I found this at Marshall's for $9.99, and I was so excited to pick it up just because Clinique is such a great brand, and I'm always on the hunt for new makeup that I can get for a good price, so I definitely recommend shopping there for makeup. I found a lot of Clinique. There's always like Anastasia, Too Faced, Laura Mercier I've seen, and just a bunch of different high-end brands they usually carry. This was definitely a great find for me. As you can see, I've already done my makeup with it, and I talk a little bit more throughout the video, but I really love how it turned out. I think it looks really great, and it really blends with the rest of my makeup really well. I just did one of these with the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks, which is the contour that I have on with this today. I really think they go great together, and if you're in the market for a new cream contour, definitely check out that video because I talk a lot more about that. So this is my first time using this foundation. Like I said, I'm already obsessed. I really love it. I think it's better than any of the other foundations I've ever tried. If you guys want to see how this applies with the rest of my makeup and my first thoughts and impressions on it, then just keep watching. So I'm first going to prime my face using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I've been loving this stuff. I used it in my last makeup video, and ever since then I've been liking it a lot. So I'm just gonna put this all over to prime for the foundation. Of course, it's making me look really red whenever I rub my face. I feel like I get so red. I don't typically switch up my foundations that much, or not that I don't switch them up, but I usually have like one at a time. Like once I run out of my one, then I'll replace it. But lately I've been finding such good ones at Marshall's and TJ Maxx. So I've been picking up some extra ones, but I found this Clinique one yesterday, and it's the Clinique Even Better Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF Foundation Makeup. This is the color 07 Vanilla, or I guess 70 Vanilla too. It's like written both ways. They only had like 3 different shades to choose from, a really fair one, kind of a yellow toned golden one, and this one. I feel like this kind of matched me pretty well. The yellowish gold one kind of was in like the running too. I was deciding between the two of those, but ultimately I picked this one. I kind of think the other one might have matched me better. I have a little bit of olive undertones, but for the most part I feel like I'm pretty pink. So I went with this one because I thought it would match my undertones better. When I swatched them on my hand and I went outside, I realized they were kind of off. But like I said, they only had 3 different shades to choose from, so I decided to just go with this one. And it comes in a 1 fluid ounce bottle, just like every other foundation. And yeah, I found it at Marshall's for $9.99, and I think I looked it up and it retails for like $25 to $30. Clinique is obviously a really good brand, so I didn't want to pass it up, even though I'm not out of any of my other foundations yet. Also, I figured this might work really well when I really tan, and since it does have the red undertones, it's good for like if you go out to the beach and you get more like sun-kissed, and I can always mix it in with my lighter foundation if I want to do that as well. So it's in this cute little sleek bottle, and you twist the top off, and I absolutely love this feature. It's like a dropper. All my other foundation, I usually have to like scoop it out or pour it on my hand, and this is really convenient because I can just drop it on my face. From what I swatched, it seems really luminous and kind of like sheer, which is really nice because I've been into that whole like glowy, dewy kind of look. But I am just going to try this out. I remember a little bit kind of went a long way on my hand, so I don't want to put too much. Probably just like a few dabs. Or I can kind of use the end of it to kind of like drag it around. I might do that. I'm hoping it's not too dark for me now. I don't want this all over this though, so I'm just gonna end up using my fingers. I do have a bit of a natural tan right now. I haven't used self tanner in a while. I'm hoping that this isn't too dark or too like muddy. I'm just gonna use this little stick that I have to blend out most of my foundations. I'm just gonna smear that around a little bit more, and then I have a damp beauty blender. Well, this is the Real Technique sponge, and I'm just gonna pat that in. It has a pretty nice smell too. I hate when foundations have like a weird smell, but this one's fine. This actually seems like it's matching me pretty well. When I did it on my hand yesterday, it might have oxidized a little bit, but nothing too much. I really like the feeling of this. It's almost like a tinted moisturizer. It feels really lightweight, definitely luminous and sheer, which I like. I used to have to wear really full coverage foundation, so I haven't been able to use a lot of like lighter and thinner makeup. I don't think the color is bad at all. I mean, on camera it might look a little bit weird, but in person it's definitely matching my natural color. It might be a little bit dark, but I feel like with concealer and stuff it'll definitely brighten it up a little bit. I really like how it's applying. Usually I find that I have to go and like add a little bit more foundation after like my first application, but this is spreading pretty nicely and I don't think I'm gonna need extra. I don't want like a really full face today. I'm sure you can apply this with your fingers too as like a tinted moisturizer, and it would go on really nicely. Yeah, it definitely has that dewy kind of finish that, like I said, I'm really enjoying right now. And my neck is kind of red. I did like a facial roller before this, so my skin is really sensitive, and that's why it kind of looks like that. I could add a little bit more just to kind of see how well it built up. Like you saw, I did have quite a bit on different parts of my face. Ooh, that was a lot. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna take that and smear it. It actually is a little bit hard to control with that dropper, so it might be better to just go ahead and put it on your hand anyways. I was just gonna add a little bit more to my cheeks and blend it up. I'm really happy with the color. The other one I think I was looking at was Golden Neutral, and it seemed really yellow, and I know I don't have that much yellow in my complexion, so I find that a lot of my foundations are too light for me, so this is perfect to do when I am darker, or I just want to mix it in with my other ones to make like a perfect shade. I think it would work really well. I'm gonna let it sit a little bit while I start doing my eyes. I do like to do my eyes like after my foundation but before anything else. So I'll do like my primer and foundation, and then I do my eyes, and then I go back in and do my concealers and powders and bronzer and stuff. So I'm just gonna throw something really quick and easy on for eyeshadow, because it's obviously not the point of this video, but I love how glowy it looks. I haven't been setting my face as much with powder because I've been using like cream contour. I actually just did a first impression of the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks, so if you're looking for a good cream contour, I definitely recommend that. You can watch my video on that because I do kind of a video just like this describing my first impression and stuff like that. So I haven't been using a ton of powder, but since this is pretty oily, I might have to set it a little bit more. I'm also using the Morphe 35O right now, if you're curious. I love this palette. I just started using it again because I was really into the Jaclyn Hill one. I've been using that ever since it came out, but I decided to go back in and try out the 35O because it has some really pretty warm tone browns, oranges. Hopefully the light from that window isn't like affecting it too much. I didn't even think about that. And then of course I've been doing my shadow wing. I'm obsessed with this look. It just makes it really subtle and natural. I think my camera's about to die, so I might have to switch that in a second. I'll take a little bit of a highlighting color for my brow bone. So that's pretty much it for the eyes. As I'm looking in the mirror, it does seem very dewy, very oily. So if you have oily skin, I don't know if this would be the best thing for you. I think it says for dry combination to combination oily. So I guess it might work for you if you have more oily skin. I pretty much have combination right in the middle. I used to have really oily skin, but it's kind of calmed down. And I'm a little bit more in the middle, I feel like. Overall, the color's still really pretty. It hasn't oxidized too much. I could have blended it down my neck a little bit more just because my chest is so dark. Obviously, it's a very reliable brand. Clinique has some of the best stuff, so I think it's definitely even worth the full price, but I was just so excited to find it at TJ Maxx. I keep saying that, Marshalls, but you know what I mean. So I'm just going to dab my concealer right under my eye. I do this with any foundation. I don't want to highlight on like my T-zone necessarily because my liquid highlighter that I've been using pretty much does that, and I want to kind of see how this foundation sits on its own. Besides under my eyes, obviously those need to be set. That definitely brightens up my under eyes. I'm going to take a little bit of pressed powder and put it right where I put the concealer as well. I really am loving the look of this, especially for summer. I talk about it in all my makeup videos pretty much, but I love that glowy kind of look. I'm going to dust a little bit of powder. This is just the Rimmel Stay Matte. I've used this for so long. I'm going to do just a little bit because I am going to cream contour it. I don't want to like mix the powder and cream too much. I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks like I was just talking about. I've been loving how it looks. I was kind of skeptical at first, like I couldn't really get the hang of like where to put it, but I kind of just literally do it all over the edge of my forehead, my nose, and connect it here where I would do my bronzer. Also a little bit under my chin to give this more definition. But it has been really easy to blend out. I hope it wears well on this foundation too, because I feel like they would go really nicely together since they're both kind of like creamy, luminous products. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. That's the only thing though, is that with this contour stick is obviously darkening up my skin a lot, so I hope it doesn't look too dark overall since this shade is a little bit dark for the foundation. I think they blend together really nice though. Kind of do more like a wiping motion with this, just to kind of make sure it's fully blended. I love the dewiness. I really like this foundation. The one I typically use is the Maybelline Fit Me That's like my go-to, especially from the drugstore. Never fails me. It's been great. And I also have the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. This is a little bit light for me, so I only use that every so often, or I mix it in. But this might be a new front runner because I really love the glowiness of it. But if you're thinking about getting it, definitely keep that in mind. So I did just have to change my battery pack, so sorry if the angle's a little bit different. But since a few minutes have passed, I'm still really liking the way this looks. I feel like I almost don't even need to use my highlighter, but I am going to because I'm just going to finish the rest of my foundation routine. I'm going to dust a little bit of this really sheer bronzer along the contour. They wear really well together. This contour stick and the Clinique foundation looks really great. I think it blends together a lot better than it does on my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I'm really obsessed with it. I'm going to do a little bit of blush, Tarte Amazonian Clay. Same thing as every video. Now that my contour is on at least, I'm going to just dust with that same powder brush just to bring it down a little bit, the luminance. And then I'm going to finish up my eyes. So this is the order I usually go in when I do my makeup. I didn't want to switch it up, even though I'm doing this obviously for the foundation. They actually had a Laura Mercier mascara that I almost bought too, but I have so many backups of this already. I didn't need more mascara. But Marshalls and TJ Maxx definitely has some great deals on really good makeup brands. Okay, I just finished my mascara. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows really quick. Another update. I love how it looks, if there's no surprise to that. I really am surprised. I was worried the color was going to be way off, but not only did the color work out really well, I'm just really impressed by the quality of it. I mean, I was obviously expecting really good quality since it is Clinique, but I'm very much enjoying it. I think it was a great purchase. So my brows are now complete. I'm just cutting these little parts out because obviously, like I said, this video is not about that. All I have to do now is my lips and my highlighter, and then I'll come back and show the full face. So I use this Buxom lipstick kind of as a lip liner, but just on the top and bottom. I show this in every video, so nothing has changed with my lipstick routine. Even though, like I always say, I do need a new one of this because I'm almost out. I'm loving this makeup. Oh my gosh, it looks even better. I have another mirror right here. I really like it. The color is actually perfect. So I'm really, really happy about that. I think it fits me better than any of my other ones, honestly. So if you have similar skin tone, Vanilla 7007 definitely works really well. I did look online and they do still have the same colors in stock like anywhere else that you want to buy it from. I don't really know the deal with like makeup at Marshalls and TJ Maxx. A lot of people say it's either like overstock stuff or things that have been discontinued or like about to expire. I don't really know why they go there, but all I know is that this is still for sale on Sephora, Clinique, Ulta. I'm pretty sure anywhere you can still get this in any shade. So they only had 3, like I said, at Marshalls, but online obviously and anywhere else that sells Clinique, they'll have more than just those 3 shades. Last, I'm just going to take my Becca liquid highlighter. Love this stuff, and this has a lot of gold and yellow tones in it, so this will definitely kind of even out the shades, I feel like. And this also obviously adds to the glowy dewiness that the foundation is already giving, so I think they definitely will complement each other. And like I already said, the contour looks great with it. It blended out perfectly. Definitely better than I think I've ever done with it so far. So I think that's because of how liquidy and sheer the foundation is. I wouldn't say it's sheer. It definitely gives a great amount of coverage. It's just kind of more lightweight, like I'm saying. Kind of like a tinted moisturizer. I'm just going to add the excess highlighter to the high points of my face. So yeah, that's pretty much the rest of my makeup routine completed. Like I've said so many times so far in this video, I'm obsessed with it. I think it looks great. Like, I'm even more impressed than I thought I would be. All the rest of my makeup blended out so pretty. I love it with the liquid contour. I love it with the liquid highlighter. I talked about this in my other video. I am still looking for like a cream blush, but I haven't found that yet. But I am absolutely loving this foundation. I definitely think it's worth even the full price, but definitely worth the $9.99 that I found it for. And the shade, like I said, is perfect. And it said, I don't know if I said it has SPF 15, which is also really good bonus. I used to not like wearing a foundation that had SPF because I thought I read that's what gives like flashback in pictures if you have SPF in your foundation. My hair is really bothering me. I should have left it up in a headband. But I think it looks good on camera, but it looks even better in person. I've kind of given my opinion throughout the video, but I love how lightweight it is. I love how dewy and luminous it looks. Definitely great quality, and it seems small. Like, the bottle obviously seems smaller than some of these other ones, but it does say it's a fluid ounce, which is usually standard for foundation. I guess it's a little bit thicker, like on the size it's wider, but definitely worth it. I'm gonna love this. I'm gonna love using this. This is definitely gonna be my go-to before any of my other ones. And I love this Laura Mercier, but it's just too light for me most of the time. But I hope you guys can tell in the clips how great it looks. I'm really impressed. Really love it. And I hope you guys liked this video and it kind of gave you some insight if you're looking to buy this or just in the market for a new foundation. I definitely do recommend it. But that is the end of this little first impression get ready with me video. I hope you guys enjoy these, and I really like making them just because I love sitting down and doing my makeup and trying new things. I hope this video was helpful and I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.